My beloved child, do not scroll or look away. Do not dismiss this, because this moment, right now, is no accident. You were meant to hear this. You were guided here, pulled by something greater, because heaven has seen something you haven't fully noticed, but it's happening right under your nose. Your neighbor is planning something evil. Yes, the one who smiles at you. The one who waves politely. The one who pretends to be harmless. But behind closed doors, they have whispered your name with venom. They have thought dark thoughts about you. And they have set something in motion. Something heaven cannot ignore anymore. That is why I, Archangel Michael, have been sent. To protect you. To warn you. To prepare you. With your $50 Super Thanks contribution, you are helping to share God's love and message with more people. Your support makes a big impact, and together we can spread blessings far and wide. May God's grace return to you abundantly. This is your final warning, and I beg you, listen with your spirit, not just your ears. Because what's coming will require your faith, your wisdom, and your power, and all of that already lives inside you. The whispers have started. Your neighbor has begun planting seeds of trouble. They are speaking to others about you, twisting stories, bending truth. They are hoping others will turn against you, so you will stand alone when the storm comes. But heaven will not allow that. I will not allow that. I have stood in your home. I have stood in your doorway, blocking what was meant to harm you. But now the darkness is crawling closer. And it is no longer enough for me to stand still. You must move now. You must become aware. Type 1, love you, God. The one next door, they pretend to be harmless, but their jealousy has grown into something darker. A seed of envy turned into a root of bitterness. They saw your light, and instead of honoring it, they tried to dim it. They saw your favor. And instead of celebrating you, they began cursing you silently. What they don't know is, every curse they send is returned. Heaven does not sleep. God is watching. I am watching. And I am speaking to you now, because time is short. In the spirit realm, a shift has begun. This is not just earthly gossip. This is spiritual warfare. And they have unknowingly invited dark forces into their home. For what they are planning is no longer just words. They want to block you. They want to sabotage what is yours. There is a document they wish to tamper with. There is a connection they want to ruin. There is a door they want to slam shut before you reach it. But listen to me. They cannot stop what God has ordained. They cannot erase what heaven has written. But you must act. You must stay awake. You must not trust blindly. Now is not the time for naive kindness. Now is the time for discernment. Pray before you speak. Listen before you respond. Watch with spiritual eyes, not natural ones. Comment God is with me. This is your final warning, because this is your moment of awakening. Not to live in fear, but to live in truth. To stop pretending not to notice the energy around you. Because your soul has already felt it. You've been uncomfortable for a reason. You've been waking up tired for a reason. You've been sensing something off, even when everything looks normal. That is not your imagination. That is your angel whispering. That is me, Michael, placing signs around you. And this message, this is the clearest sign of all. The time of pretending is over. This neighbor is not who they pretend to be. And very soon, they will try to betray you in public. They want others to believe something false about you. They want to ruin your name, your reputation, your peace. They are envious of your glow. They are afraid of your strength. So instead of rising, they are trying to pull you down. But child of God, listen. No one can pull down what God has raised. No lie can destroy what truth protects. And no enemy can overcome the shield of the Most High. You are covered, but you must not be careless. Type Amen to claim God blessings. Do not open your door to everyone. Do not let your desire to be kind expose you to spiritual danger. You can be loving and still guarded. You can be gracious and still protected. You are being called to rise in wisdom now. The days of spiritual blindness are over. You are being awakened. You are being activated, and I am here to help you. Here is what you must do. Light a candle of clarity in your spirit. Ask heaven to expose what is hidden. Say this aloud: God, reveal the truth to me, even if it hurts. Reveal intentions, even if they surprise me. Let no weapon against me succeed. Speak that boldly. Do not be afraid. Because once light enters, darkness must flee. And your neighbor's plans, they are unraveling already. Heaven is steps ahead. Every lie they plan to speak, I will scatter it. Every door they tried to close, I will unseal it. Every person they tried to turn against you, I will show them the truth. But you must stay in the light. Stay in alignment. Stay prayerful. This battle is not yours alone. You have legions with you. I am with you. You've been sensing something's not right in your atmosphere. You've had moments where the energy shifts suddenly, where a smile feels forced, where silence feels loud, where something innocent feels threatening. Yes, child, that's your intuition. That's your spirit screaming what your mind can't see. Don't ignore it. Don't dismiss it, because you are more intuitive than you realize. You are not crazy. You are not paranoid. You are spiritually gifted, and this neighbor knows it. That's why they fear you. You shine too bright. You reflect too much truth. And when people live in shadows, they cannot stand the presence of light, so they try to break the source. But you cannot be broken, because you were built by heaven, sculpted with purpose, formed with divine fire. You are a warrior. You are a chosen one, and your steps are ordered by the Lord. This is not just about a bad neighbor. This is about a spiritual alert. Because behind their gossip is a spirit of division. Behind their jealousy is a force of distraction. And behind their fake kindness is a strategy of sabotage. But now you see. Now your eyes are opening. Now your heart is receiving truth. And that truth will protect you. I want you to remember something. You don't have to fight the way they fight. You don't have to become cold. You don't have to match their bitterness. You just have to stay elevated. Stay prayerful. Stay aligned with the divine. Because when you do, everything they send will bounce off. Every lie will return to sender. Every weapon will fall to the ground, unused. You are covered by my wings. I have encircled your home. No harm will enter. But now that you are awake, you must move wisely. Say less. Observe more. Fast if you need to. Anoint your doorway. Place your hand over your heart and declare, "No evil shall befall me. I am divinely protected." Say it until your soul believes it. Say it until fear has no voice. Say it until peace returns. Your neighbor may think they're winning, but they're walking into a trap they set for you. They will be exposed. Their words will be caught on someone else's lips. Their lies will be found in someone else's ears, and they will be embarrassed by their own schemes, because no plan formed in darkness can outlast a soul walking in light. You are that soul. You are the light. And no neighbor, no plot, no demon in disguise can stop what God is about to do in your life. Let the light enter. Let truth pour in. Let heaven speak directly to your soul now. You may feel weary right now, spiritually tired, emotionally drained, like you've been battling things you can't even explain. You smile in public, but inside, you're on alert. You try to stay kind, but something around you feels heavy. That's not just life. That's spiritual pressure, because you're a target of heaven's favor. And where there is favor, there is often friction. Where there is anointing, there is always attack. But this is not to harm you. This is to remind you you're being called higher. You're being awakened. You're being anointed for something greater. Do not be surprised when people change around you. Do not be shocked when those who once embraced you now avoid you. This is not rejection. It is revelation. God is revealing hearts. Heaven is rearranging your circle. And yes, this includes that neighbor, because their presence was never meant to stay this close. They were part of your path, not your promise. They were a test, not your future. There is something powerful coming to your life. A door so divine, so life-changing, that the enemy is scrambling to distract you before it arrives. And guess who they're trying to use? Yes, that neighbor. The one who watches too closely. The one who mimics, copies, competes, but never supports. The one who acts curious, but is actually envious. The one who smiles, but deep down wishes you'd fall. They were fine when you were struggling. But now that you're rising, they're panicking. Child of light, listen to me closely. Do not engage in petty battles. Do not entertain low-level energy. Do not explain yourself to those committed to misunderstanding you. This neighbor's strategy is to provoke you, to pull you down into their chaos, so they can say, see, I told you they weren't so divine. But you are wiser than that. You are stronger than that. You are called to rise above, because your crown does not belong in the mud. When you feel their energy next, don't respond with fear. Respond with spiritual authority. Say this silently within your soul. God, I see what you see. I know what I feel, and I trust what you reveal. Shield me. Guide me. Expose anything not sent by you, and heaven will move. You will see signs within hours. You will feel confirmation in your bones. You will hear whispers of truth float into your awareness, because when your spirit agrees with heaven's message, nothing can stay hidden. The person next door has been warned already. Yes, heaven sent them dreams. Heaven sent them nudges, but they ignored them. They chose darkness. They chose manipulation. And now, heaven is stepping in directly through this message to tell you you are protected. But this is your final warning. Do not trust what your spirit already feels uncomfortable with. Do not invite what God is removing. Do not water what heaven is trying to uproot. There is a reason this message found you, not by accident, not by coincidence, but because the exact timing was sacred. You were meant to hear this now, because something is about to unfold. A conversation, a confrontation, an unexpected shift. And you will remember this message. You will remember that heaven prepared you, that I, Archangel Michael, stood beside you and whispered, don't be afraid. Don't react in fear. Respond with truth and power. Your neighbor will slip. Their mouth will say too much. Their energy will expose their intent. And someone connected to you will come forward. They will say something like, I don't know why, but I felt I had to tell you this, and it will confirm everything. That is your sign. That is heaven speaking through someone else. Receive it. Don't question it. Don't run back into the fire you just escaped from. You are stepping into a divine season now, one of restoration, elevation, justice, favor. But before the blessing comes, there is always a final test. And this situation with your neighbor, that's the test. Not of your power, but of your awareness. Not of your strength, but of your spiritual maturity. Heaven wants to know, can you walk away in peace? Can you resist the urge to fight in the flesh? Can you bless and release rather than engage and unravel? Because once you do, the gates will open. I see them already. They are golden, large, guarded by angels. And behind them, a new chapter, a powerful alignment, a divine connection, a destiny-defining moment. But to walk through, you must not be entangled in old energies. You must not drag old battles into new beginnings. Let go of what heaven has exposed, and trust that your silence can be louder than their screams. You were chosen for higher things. That's why this is so hard. That's why this attack feels so personal. Because you're not just a person. You're a light. You're a healer. You're a spiritual leader in disguise. You're a messenger for others who are still asleep. And the enemy hopes you never realize that. But now you do. Now you know. Now you are awake. And with awareness comes authority. So take this moment and declare, no weapon formed against me will prosper. No darkness near me will remain. And no enemy pretending to be a friend will succeed in harming what God has protected. Say it, believe it, repeat it, because heaven hears you, and I am standing beside you now, sword drawn, wings spread, watching every shadow, and making sure that you make it through this, stronger, wiser, and absolutely untouched. Now breathe. You are safe. The truth has been revealed. Your heart has been warned, and your spirit has been strengthened. From this moment forward, things will change. You will begin to see people for who they really are, not with judgment, but with clarity. And that clarity will give you peace. You are not alone. You have never been alone. I have walked beside you in silence, but now I speak. Loudly, lovingly, and urgently. Because your destiny is calling. And no neighbor, no matter how dark their heart, can dim the divine light you carry. You have done nothing wrong. Do not let guilt live where grace belongs. You've been patient. You've been kind. But now, you must be wise. You must be brave. You must walk with fire in your bones and peace in your heart. Because that is what divine warriors do. And beloved, you are one. Yes, beloved. Let us continue. Let the message pour through until your soul feels full. You've carried so much in silence. But heaven has heard every cry, every sigh. Every night you laid awake wondering, why do I feel so unsafe in my own space? The answer has been revealed. And now the power to rise is being returned to you. I want you to know something sacred. No matter how strong the enemy appears, they are already defeated. The very moment you opened your heart to this message, heaven began dismantling every weapon formed against you. You are not just being protected, you are being elevated. Because this situation with your neighbor, it was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to awaken you, to awaken the warrior, to awaken the seer, to awaken the divine voice within you. You are no longer asleep. You are no longer blind. You are no longer naive to the energy around you. Now you see. Now you feel. Now you know. The atmosphere around you will begin to shift. Your home will feel different. Your body will feel lighter. Your mind will feel clearer, because you have aligned yourself with truth. And when truth enters, darkness runs. The neighbor who planned evil will start to feel exposed. They may grow louder. They may act strangely. They may try to provoke you one last time. But don't engage. Stay centered. Stay still. Because when the enemy screams, it means they're losing control. And they are. A divine reversal is already underway. What they tried to stir up for harm will become your stepping stone. Their gossip will reveal their own heart. Their sabotage will lead to your promotion. Their lies will turn into your testimony. This is how God works, turning ashes into beauty, turning pain into purpose, turning attacks into anointing. So do not curse them. bless them, and release them, because your blessings are not delayed. They are being refined, strengthened, multiplied. You were never under attack because you were weak. You were attacked because you are powerful, because you are chosen. And the enemy always targets what threatens darkness. You, my beloved, are a divine threat. That's why you've been tested so much. But that season ends now, because you passed the test. You listened. You obeyed the warning. You opened your eyes, and heaven rejoices over your awareness. From this moment forward, your home is being sealed. By divine order, I place a shield of protection over your walls, your windows, your roof, your floors, your spirit. No evil may enter. No darkness may hide. Only peace will remain. Only love may linger. Only light may dwell. This is your sanctuary. And from now on, only those sent by heaven will be allowed near you. Anyone not aligned with your destiny will be removed. Gently, quietly, but completely. So don't be surprised if certain people stop coming around. Don't chase their absence. Celebrate the space, because what's being cleared is making room for miracles, for destiny, for divine partnerships. Heaven is realigning your atmosphere. Every inch of your home, your heart, and your mind will become a temple again. I leave you now with these divine truths. You are not crazy. You are not dramatic. You are not imagining things. You are intuitive. You are spiritually sensitive. You are awake. You are protected. You are guided. You are loved. And most importantly, you are chosen. Chosen to rise. Chosen to lead. Chosen to see the truth. Chosen to break generational cycles. And that's why this neighbor's plan failed. Because you are not just anybody. You are heaven's child. My beloved warrior. And no neighbor, no darkness, no deception can stop a soul who walks hand in hand with God. So breathe now. Let go of the fear. Let go of the confusion. Let go of the illusion. And rise in truth. Rise in protection. Rise in divine light. And as I stand here, mighty in presence but gentle in love, I stretch my wings around your spirit. And I say to every force of darkness, not this one. This one is mine. This one is marked by heaven. You are safe now. You are warned. You are protected. And you are ready. Ready to step into the next season of your life with clarity, with confidence, with courage. The evil plan has failed. The neighbor's mask has cracked. And the light in you has grown too bright to be ignored. You are walking into a new level now. A level where deception cannot follow. A level where your name is honored in heaven. A level where your destiny shines like gold. So go now. With peace in your heart. With fire in your spirit. And with heaven at your back. Because the battle is already won. And your victory is not coming. It's here. With eternal light, truth, and love, I am Archangel Michael. And I am always with you. Let nothing be left unsaid. Let heaven's voice reach every part of you. We are not finished yet. There is more that heaven wants to give you. More reassurance. More healing. More clarity. So receive this now like rain upon dry ground. Do you know what happens when a soul finally listens? When it finally says, I'm ready to see the truth? Heaven rejoices. The angels sing. Because awareness is freedom. Because truth is light. And light will always win. You are now walking with your eyes wide open. You see the patterns. You feel the shifts. You hear the warning before the storm. And this is what separates the spiritually blind from the spiritually brave. You, beloved, are brave. You didn't run from this message. You didn't scroll past. You stayed. And that means your breakthrough is near. Let me reveal what is coming next. Because now that you've passed this test, you're about to be entrusted with more. More favor, more protection, more spiritual gifts, but most importantly, more peace. Yes, peace. The very thing the enemy tried to steal through chaos. That deep, unshakable peace that lives in your bones. It's returning. Very soon, the neighbor who tried to bring you harm will face the mirror of their own actions, not because you seek revenge, but because divine law cannot be mocked. They will answer to what they've sown. They will be exposed without you lifting a single finger, because heaven fights for those who walk in truth, and you have chosen truth. There is a conversation being prepared in the spiritual realm. Someone you trust will come to you. Their words may start softly, "I need to tell you something I overheard," but what follows will confirm everything you felt. This will not be a coincidence. It will be divine validation. Heaven's way of showing you were never imagining it. You were never alone. You've endured spiritual betrayal, the kind that wounds deeper than words, because you trusted people who saw your light but never intended to honor it. You gave your heart freely. You gave kindness without restraint. But some took advantage of it, especially this neighbor. They spoke of you behind closed doors, thinking no one would ever find out. But the wind carries whispers. And the angels listen. And I, Archangel Michael, I write everything in heaven's book. And now, their chapter with you is closing. Because what's ahead is too holy to be tainted, too sacred to be polluted, too divine to be disturbed. You've stepped into sacred ground, and only those with clean intentions can follow. That is why people will start falling away. Not in punishment, but in divine protection. So do not mourn what leaves. Do not chase what slips away. It's heaven answering prayers you forgot you even prayed. You once said, "God, protect me from anything not sent by you." Heaven remembers. And this is the answer. The evil plan your neighbor whispered, canceled. The energy they sent your way, returned. The influence they tried to gain in your life, revoked. Their access has been revoked in the spirit, and very soon it will happen in the natural. A situation will arise, and they will show themselves for who they really are. But instead of reacting, you will smile, not out of pride, but from peace, because you'll remember this message. You'll remember I told you it's already handled. You don't need to defend yourself. You don't need to argue. You don't need to explain. Because when God defends you, no explanation is needed. When heaven validates you, no approval is required. And when I, Archangel Michael, protect you, no enemy can remain near. Now listen closely to this part. There is a season coming where you will walk into places you once feared, and you will feel nothing but peace. You will sit at tables once filled with tension and feel no anxiety, because the anointing on your life will silence the noise. The glow in your soul will quiet the chaos. You will no longer be shaken by low vibrations, because you've ascended. Spiritually, emotionally, energetically. And the neighbor who thought they could rattle you will see you rise without explanation. They will witness your glow increase. They will watch favor wrap itself around your life like a robe of gold. And they will know heaven stood with you. Heaven chose you. Heaven covered you. So now, beloved, I ask you to breathe again. Not just in your chest, but in your soul. Inhale peace. Exhale fear. Inhale clarity. Exhale confusion. Inhale strength. Exhale the need to please. Because your spirit is enough. Your presence is powerful. And your destiny is protected. I know what it's like to feel alone in battle. But I promise you, you are not alone. I am with you. Angels are camped around you. Heaven is cheering for you. And your story is far from over. In fact, it's just beginning. This neighbor may have tried to be the villain in your life, but God has already rewritten the ending. And in the end, you win. You rise. You soar. Because your path is not built on what others think. It's built on what God said. And God has already spoken. This one is chosen. This one is mine. Touch not this anointed one. You are that one. And no plan, no plot, no person can undo that truth. So now, as we bring this divine message to a close, let me leave you with heaven's final whisper. You are loved. You are protected. You are guided. You are powerful. And you are free. Free from fear. Free from deception. Free from toxic cycles. Free to be who heaven created you to be. Go forward, beloved, with your head high, your heart whole, and your soul burning bright, because darkness trembles when you walk in truth, and heaven sings when you remember who you are. My dear child, darkness trembles when you walk in truth. It cannot hold its ground. It cannot resist the light inside you. Every step you take in truth pushes darkness back. Every word you speak in love silences lies. Every time you choose faith over fear, heaven moves. You may not see it, but the shift is real. You are more powerful than you feel. You carry light, not just in your words, but in your presence. You walk into rooms and the energy changes, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. You are mine. You are chosen. You are covered. And when you walk in truth, the enemy knows it. He trembles because you are not walking alone. You walk with me. You walk with angels beside you. You walk with the power of heaven behind you. So don't let fear trick you into thinking you are weak. You are not weak. You are strong. You are resilient. You are rising. The darkness has tried to confuse you. It has tried to distract you. It has whispered lies. It has used people close to you. But you are still here. You are still standing. Because my truth is greater than their noise. Because my love is louder than their hate. Because my plan is stronger than their schemes. I know there have been days you felt broken. I know there have been nights you've cried quietly. You've asked me, why is this happening? Why does it feel so heavy? And I want you to know, it's because you're walking through spiritual warfare. Not because you're failing, but because you're carrying something holy. Your light has been noticed in the spirit realm. You are becoming who I created you to be. And that makes the darkness afraid. But child, do not be afraid, because you don't fight alone. You don't even have to fight the way they do. You simply have to stand. In love. In faith. In truth. And when you do, heaven fights for you. I send angels to go before you. I send peace to guard your heart. I send signs to guide your path. When you walk in truth, things will try to shake you. People will question you. Some may even leave you. But that's okay. You're not meant to carry everyone. You're meant to carry light. You're meant to carry purpose. You're meant to carry love where it's been missing. And sometimes that means walking away from what's familiar. I am proud of how far you've come. You don't always give yourself enough credit, but I've seen every small step, every silent prayer, every quiet act of obedience, and I honor it. I reward it. Heaven keeps track of every tear, every sacrifice, every moment you chose to be kind, even when it hurt. I've seen it all. You may not feel perfect. You may not feel ready. But I don't call the perfect. I call the willing. I don't use the proud. I use the humble. And that's why I chose you. Because your heart is open. Because your soul listens. Because even when you're scared, you still move. That is strength. That is courage. That is truth. You are walking into a season of revealing. Truth will rise to the surface. Everything done in the dark will be exposed. Not to shame, but to set free. Not to punish, but to bring clarity. And you will be on the right side of that truth, because you stayed aligned, you stayed faithful. Even when it was hard, even when it felt unfair, you may feel misunderstood. That's okay. So was my son. So were the prophets. So were the peacemakers. You are in good company. Keep your eyes on me. Keep your heart soft. Keep your spirit clean. That's what makes the darkness flee. You don't have to explain yourself to everyone. You don't have to prove your heart. I see your heart. I know your motives. I know your intentions. That is enough. And soon, those who doubted you will see what I've been doing in you all along. I am preparing something beautiful for you. You've been in a season of waiting, but the wait has not been wasted. It's been preparation. It's been protection. You've been hidden on purpose, because what I'm about to do with you will be public. And I needed to prepare your spirit first. I needed to train your heart in private. If this message stirred something in your soul, if you felt the truth echo through your spirit, then this message was for you. Please don't keep it to yourself. Someone else is fighting a silent battle, and they too need to hear heaven's voice. Like, share, and subscribe, because the more light we spread, the faster darkness crumbles, and together we rise.